Being the NBA fans that we are, you and me both, yes, we are well aware that the NBA definitely has and runs into occasional problems, and some of these problems simply the league or the players cannot do anything about. In an example, I will use the recent slate of injuries that has been sweeping across the entire NBA, taking out a staggering number of players, all the way from role players off the bench to some of the biggest superstars in the league. Now again, this is an example of a problem that the NBA cannot solve or do anything about. What we are going to be getting into today is a new problem that has surfaced in the NBA that the league has straight up intentionally introduced to the entire NBA. However, this might be for the better. I don't know. That's what we're getting into in today's video. I want to hear what you guys have to say about the situation. So if you guys are regulars around here on the channel, you know I am more than excited to get into this video. But before we do, I'm going to stop it real quick and give you 5 seconds to go down below and subscribe. I'm telling each and every one of you guys that are brand new here, trust me, you will not regret hitting that button. Coming out with brand new NBA videos on a daily basis covering pretty much any NBA topic you can possibly think of. So for any of you guys who do this for me, I really do appreciate it, believe me on this. But without further ado, let's get into this video. Now, for any of you guys that are watching and still have not caught on or guessed what the problem is that I am actually referring to, I am not going to beat around the bush here in this video, you guys. Again, this may not be a problem in most of your guys' eyes. That's why I'm making this video. I want to hear what you have to say about this situation. But the potential problem that the NBA has intentionally introduced to the league that may stick around for the foreseeable future is, in fact, yes, the play-in tournament. Now, before you guys rush to the comment section and try to type out the fastest paragraph you have ever typed and tell me how I am wrong by saying this, I just really do feel that we need to look at the situation of the play-in tournament from an outsider's perspective. This includes looking at it from a perspective of the players, the fans, and even the league itself. And again, you guys, this is a discussion. I want to hear what you have to say about this entire situation of the play-in tournament and what it might have for the future implication of the NBA in the comments. First things first, when we are discussing the play-in tournament, I just want to say straight up, when referring to the play-in tournament that was implemented into the NBA bubble during the 2020 NBA season, I personally was fully on board with this concept, and watching the NBA play-in tournament within the bubble was one of the most exciting moments of the entire season, in my opinion. And I think I had an initial reaction to the play-in tournament that, yes, a lot of other people probably had with me, that was, in a sense, wow, why don't we do this every single year? And you know, you guys, I think a lot of us did that up until the point where Adam Silver looked at all of our reactions and was like, wow, okay, maybe we should. And clearly, he did. So with this, if any of you are somehow unfamiliar with what the play-in tournament is, I will briefly explain this to you. Stepping aside from the normal playoff format of 1 through 8 seeds making the playoffs in both the Eastern and Western conferences, the situation is now that the 7 through 10 seeds, and again, both the East and West, will be thrown into a play-in tournament to determine who gets into the NBA playoffs. And initially, how this tournament will start off is that the 7 seed at the current time will play the 8 seed, and whoever wins this one-game series between the 7 and 8 seed will automatically get the 7 seed in the NBA playoffs. And then within the same night, I am assuming the 9 seed will play the 10 seed in a one-game series as well. Following these two initial games, the winner of the 9 versus 10 seed matchup will play the loser of the 7 versus 8 seed matchup. And then within this matchup, the loser of the 7-8 seed game will have to just win one game against the winner of the 9 to 10 seed game to get into the playoffs. And then on the other hand, the winner of the 9-10 seed game will have to beat the loser of the 7 to 8 seed game twice to get into the playoffs. If this was confusing, I apologize. This was the easiest way that I felt I could have explained it. And even though, like I mentioned, a lot of NBA fans are looking at this situation and thinking, wow, this is just more free playoff basketball. What could get any better? But there's definitely some uprising problems and concerns that are coming with this play-in tournament already, and it hasn't even happened yet this season. And first up on this situation, let's get into the players. Now, if you are looking at this play-in tournament from a situation of a team who is trying to get into the playoffs, I think you guys know as well as I do, when you are playing a sport and you are trying to get into something, you are trying to win a game, etc., you are going balls to the wall, trying to win every game you possibly can to get into the playoffs. And I think the NBA is just like every other league, where towards the end of the season especially, these guys are trying to win every game to get that playoff spot they have been pushing for. And now when you look at this play-in tournament, if you are a team, again, that is trying to win and you lock in that 7 or 8 seed, this insane push that a team might accumulate for a playoff spot could be completely disintegrated by 1 or 2 bad games games at the end of the season. Which, again, don't get me wrong, is very exciting from a neutral NBA fan standpoint. But if you're an NBA team, an NBA player on one of these teams, or even an NBA fan of one of these teams, this could be as brutal as it possibly gets. Now, again, I know if you are a 7 through 10 seed and you get into this situation, I know there's probably not very high odds that one of these teams is going to end up winning the NBA championship. But still, when thinking about it as an NBA fan myself, and even trying to think about this in the situation of a player or a member of the organization, you would be feeling like you just got absolutely gypped. Again, in the hardest way you possibly could. Now, again, we were just looking at that from the situation of someone who might be a fan of a 7 or 8 seed that went on a hot streak and then just had a couple bad games and got knocked out by the play-in tournament. Now, however, when you seemingly flip the switch and think about the situation of a 10 seed that might get into the playoffs because of this play-in tournament is all of a sudden one of the greatest ideas Adam Silver and the NBA has ever had. If you guys haven't caught on yet, this is what I'm trying to get at the sense that the NBA has created a problem that might have been for the greater good of the league. Because no matter what, you guys, especially within the first couple of seasons of them implementing this play-in tournament, again, if they choose to continue doing this going forward, there's going to be controversies rising up. There's going to be arguments from teams and players saying that this is not fair. But again, you guys, is this necessarily a bad thing for the league and for the fans when you think about it? I don't know. When I think of the play-in tournament, you guys, I personally love it. Like I said, if you're on a team that gets gypped out of a play-in tournament, yes, you're going to dislike it for that time being. However, all in all, you guys, I really do think that this was a very solid idea to implement this by the NBA. And yes, you guys, it is definitely going to cause some problems along the way. I can guarantee this, but honestly, that's what makes this league so interesting. But again, you guys, ultimately, I want to hear what you have to say about this play-in tournament. So if you can, please comment down below your thoughts on the play-in tournament now and going forward. It's going to be some really exciting stuff to watch, you guys. I can already see it now. Like I said, you guys, a little taste of this we got in the bubble was really exciting to watch. I can't imagine what it's going to be like with this expanded version this season in the 2021 playoffs. Once again, though, you guys, if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to go down below and drop a like on the video if you did enjoy, and don't forget to subscribe. I truly cannot say it enough, you guys. Brand new NBA videos on a daily basis around here, covering pretty much any NBA topic you can think of. I got a lot of stuff planned for the future, you guys. We've been growing like crazy, and I truly cannot say how thankful I am for each and every one of you that are sticking around. So once again, and as always, I thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you more than anything in the world. You all know this, and I will see you guys in the next video.